What's up everyone, Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye, here today to review the Tamron, or Pentax, it's rebadged essentially, the Tamron 24-70 f 2.8 lens. I was testing this with the Pentax K-1, and I want to thank BHPhoto and Video for sending this out for a review. I was not paid for anything like this, so all the reviews are of my own and not of them, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for sending this out. But this was very interesting to use because this was a lens I was always kind of against for a while, and it's just great to actually give it a test because of the price and the control and everything. I talked about that, but it's great to really get hands-on and test this, and I've had this for about a month now. So let's go over the quick specs of it and just show you some of the images and everything that I was able to capture using this. And let me tell you if it's good or not. So this 24-70 does have vibration control, and that's one of the biggest perks that this had, especially when it was released, is that it was one of the first mid-range zooms, 24-70 2.8s, that had this, and it's at a very affordable price range though. And I've really changed my mind about this using this over the past month. And it's actually a very, very strong lens. So I do think that it's a great option, especially compared to like maybe a Nikon 24-70, especially the new VR, which is like $2,200, which is ridiculous to an extent, and the Canon 24-70 as well. And this guy right here does have an 82mm filter mount right here. But as you can see, this lens is actually very big. It's got a huge front end, but you're getting a lot out of that. And once again, they really made that to fit in, I guess, the good stabilization, and that you're getting that 2.8 aperture out of that. So you're getting a lot of glass for something like that. It does go from 2.8 to f/22, so that's, you know, pretty standard for a lot of lenses out there. Keep in mind, it is not a macro lens. You can get pretty close, especially when you're zoomed out to 70, but it's not a macro lens, so just keep that in mind. I know people had asked that question. Ultra silent autofocusing motor, which it is. You don't hear it at all when you're zooming, so it's very strong, and the focusing, once again, is very fast and snappy with it, so I do trust that as well. In low light, it really didn't even hunt. You know, it was a very smooth find for the most part, but in video, once again, I wouldn't do that as well. Another perk to something like this lens is that it is weather sealed, and that is a big deal to a lot of people, and that's pretty much on any body that you have. It has 9 blades, 17 elements, and 12 groups. The bokeh on it is actually phenomenal as well. There's a couple images that I took with the Pentax K-1 when I was using this, and you know, it's very smooth. It's great. It was at 70mm, and the background just blurs out. As you see from all the photos on the screen, I took this into New York City. I took this into a national park, and I took some photos of like one of the George Washington Bridge and everything like that. And this lens worked very, very well. As I said, it's a fast lens. You get like, you know, you get your decent range with it. You can use this for a lot of situations, for your landscapes, for your events and weddings. I think this could be a strong lens and alternative for a lot of people. So keep this in mind. And once again, this is about $1,300 brand new. You could get it on anyone. Once again, this does say it's the Pentax 24-70, but it's a rebadged version of the Tamron 24-70. So keep that in mind. But the focusing through, a lot of people get interested, is actually pretty short, but it's snappy and it's not loud as you get towards one end or the other. The other thing is, this does have a zoom lock, so that if you're holding it down, the lens won't creep. But even with the lock off, it doesn't creep as well. So I don't really think that that's needed, but keep that in mind. When you get this lens, by default, it comes like that. So if you're trying to, you know, use it and you don't realize the lock is on, keep that in mind. But big lens, decent size. I mean, it does feel a little bit more compressed compared to the other 24-70s on the market. So it does make it probably a little bit heavier because it's a little more compressed, but you know, you still get great high quality images with something like this. For $1,300, you really can't go wrong with that lens. And like as I said, it covers a lot of the things out there. A 24-70 2.8 lens is one of the most recommended lenses I'll ever talk about, and something that I'm glad that I own myself. So once again, thank you BHPhoto for sending that out for review. And if you guys and girls have any questions about this lens or anything, I think I covered, you know, essentially what you need. You know, it's just another lens on the market, and it has great specs to go with it and everything. Please let me know down in the comments below. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye, thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a quick like if this helped you out. Let me know if you're buying this lens, or if you have this lens, what you really like about it, or maybe you sold it. I don't know. Tell me something down in the comments below. Subscribe for more videos. I make, you know, several videos a week. I do this all the time. It's a fun thing. It's YouTube. Let's have some fun. And as always, have a great day. Keep an eye out.